Hey guys, it's Lisa Haggis here, brand strategist, and I tried to do a live video earlier on Facebook, but when it was all said and done, it didn't save it. So if you didn't get to catch it live, then you missed the content, which is why I am persisting and doing another video. Not live this time because I just don't trust it, but I want to get this message out there for you. It's something that I think is really important, um, and I've been seeing lately that a lot of people kind of need this guidance. And so what it's about is knowing when branding or any kind of big strategy work is what you need for your business. So the truth is that it's not every time is the right time for you to be working on your brand. There are right times and there are wrong times, and so there's nothing worse than wasting time and money and energy on the wrong solutions that aren't going to get you what you need right now. So we're going to talk about figuring out what you need and what the right answer is for you. So I'm going to start by saying that there are some really good times for branding, for working with somebody or doing it yourself, to make sure that you are clear and confident about your core messages and direction as a business. And so one of those times, hands down the most common one that people come work with me because of, is reworking or redesigning your website. And so when you're going through that process, it can save you so much headache and money to really do the work and get crystal clear on what it is you're all about, what it is you have to say, what your brand voice is, and the messaging, the promises of value, all kinds of things that you need for your website come much smoother and easier after having undertaken the branding process. So that is a very good time for branding. Another good time is if you've never done it. So if you've been in business for a while, you've seen some successes, but it's still a little random, it's still a little sporadic for you, and you know that in order to step things up, you need more intention, clarity, and direction, then that is a really good time to stop and take a step back, look at the big picture, and get clear on your brand. Another really good time is when you have a brand, you've got a website, you've got messaging out into the world, but you don't feel excited about it. You don't feel like it suits you and your vision anymore. So it could be that you've outgrown it, or it could be that it never suited you to begin with. Maybe in the beginning you didn't have a strong sense of the kind of business you wanted to create. And so now is the time to solidify that vision, that direction, and message into a brand with intention. So those are really good times to rework your brand and to get clear on what your message is. But there are some wrong times as well. And so I have 3 questions that I'm going to walk you through, that I'm going to share with you, that I do think help you really get clear as to whether or not it's the right time for you. So even if you do have one of those situations where you're working on a website, or you've outgrown the brand expression that you already have, still consider these questions, especially this first one. So the first question is whether or not at this point in time you need a quick win, or you need some next level thinking, a big picture to expand the potential of your business. Both of those are totally valid needs for your business. Sometimes you need that quick win, and sometimes you've had lots of the quick wins here and there, and you need to create something bigger above those wins so that they are repeatable, so that they have direction in your business. So you have to understand this. And I want to share a quote that I heard a couple weeks ago at a conference when I got to see Seth Godin in person. And he said this one quote that really stood out for me. And it's that there is a total lack of empathy in the frustrated entrepreneur. There's a total lack of empathy in the frustrated entrepreneur. And this matters. This is a very important point that he made, because when you're frustrated, when you've been going through the grind for a while and you're feeling deflated, like you're running out of steam, you can get to this place of frustration and stop being able to really relate to your customers. And when you're in that place, that can kill your business if you don't get out of it as quickly as possible. You need to snap out of that place. And a branding, a big branding undertaking, or a course, like these 6-month-long coaching courses, those are not going to get you your quick wins. What's going to get you a quick win, which is what you need something that's going to give you a jolt of excitement. It's going to reignite your faith and your hope in your business. You need a quick win when you are in this place of frustration. And what's going to get you there is following one action, picking one thing. If you've heard the saying, to get small, to get big, there's a lot of power in that. Sometimes you just have to focus in on one thing that you think you could get a good result out of. And so if you're in that place of frustration, then know that it's normal. We all go through that. But don't get caught up in these big, working on the business, re-strategizing, going back to the drawing board. That doesn't get you unstuck. That doesn't get you reconnected to the passion that you have for your business. So instead, you need to seek out a quick win. Now, if you are seeing success, if you're moving along in your business, but what you need is some next level thinking to solidify your vision, to tune in to the really specific and concrete messages that you want to become known for, then that's a sign that you are ready for this branding process, whether it's a revisit of the brand or whether it's the first time you've done it. So that was the first question. Do you need a quick win, or are you ready for long-term strategy, playing the long game? Branding is about the long game. It's about being able to build an incredible business by, showing up and delivering value and working in the same direction over time. So you don't see the same quick wins that will snap you out of a slump, as if you just get on the ground, stay in your business, and serve some people. Do that first. So the second question is, do you know what you want to be known for? Do you know what you want to be known for? A lot of times we start out in business, we're everything to everyone. We say yes to as many things as possible. We want, we need the income, we need the opportunity. We might not know exactly what kind of business we want to create. And so we go through that stage in business, but there comes a point when you have to start saying no to some things and yes to others. So have you gotten to that point where you know what you should be saying no to and what you should be pursuing, because they're the things you want to become known for? So this could include the audience that you serve. It could include the areas of expertise you want to be known for, the messages you want to be known for, the things you stand for. What kind of, what do you want to be the go-to person for? So the first step is clarity on that. Do you have it? If you don't, then branding is probably what you need. But if you do, that leads us to the third question. Because the truth is, clarity isn't everything. A lot of times we think clarity is going to solve all of our problems. And it definitely gets us far. But a lot of people don't follow through after the clarity. So the third question is, are you already becoming known for the things that you have decided you want to become known for? Are you becoming known as the go-to person for A, B, and C? Are you following through on the strategies that you've set, the things that you've become clear you want to be as a business? And if you're not, then why not? What's stopping you from that? And I have a couple ideas, things that I've seen people get in the way of people's rolling out their brand or owning their brand. And a lot of it has to do with fear, the fear of putting a stake in the ground, saying, this is me, this is my business, this is what we are, this is what we're not. The fear of missed opportunities, the fear that the decisions that you made aren't the right ones. So a lot of these can kind of catch up with us. And even if we're clear on what we want to build, it can stop us from following through, speaking up loud and clear about what we are as a business, and actually communicating it, actually becoming known for these things. Another thing that can happen is you could be trying to get this message out there, but it's just not connecting. There needs to be some reworking, some tweaking of the messaging so that it hits home, so that it does resonate and relate more to your actual customers and clients. And that, again, could mean that there is still some work for you on the branding, in the branding process. And then finally, the other thing that could really be stopping you, even if you have this clarity, even if you are out there declaring who you are as a brand and a business clearly, is that you're declaring a lot of other things too. You're not dropping enough of the messaging that isn't important. You're not letting go of things. Some of my clients I call hoarders because they want to fit it all in there. They don't want to let go of anything that feels important about them, about their business. But if you want to become known, you have to get a little ruthless about prioritizing your message, prioritizing what you want to be known for. The metaphor that I like to use is it's like a stage, and you can have lots of messages. You can have lots of people on that stage, but you have to have people in the spotlight. You have to have your superstar dancers in the front, and then all of this other messaging is like a backup dancer. And so if you're not becoming known for things, it could be because you're asking your audience to pay equal attention to every single thing that's going on your stage, and they're walking away not remembering anything. Because it's shoving too much down their throat at once, right? And a lot of us are guilty of that, especially if you're an overthinker, you're really analytical, information, means a lot to you, and all of the different aspects of your brand mean a lot to you. So those are the three questions. One is, are you in the right place to be working on the business, to be stepping back, looking at the big picture, and planning for to expand or to intentionally build the future of your business? Or would you be better off with a quick win to get you back into a good place, to reignite your idealism, your positivity about your business, because you need those things to succeed? The second is, do you know what you want to be known for? Are you clear on these core messages, the things that people need to know about you, what you are going to be the go-to brand or person for? And the third is, are you becoming known for these things? And if the answer to the last two was no, or kind of not, or not really sure, then definitely check out the substantial branding process and program, with me, because I'd love to help you to get clear on your core messages, figure out what those superstar dancers on the front of your stage need to be, and also support you as you follow through and do the work of forming your message, getting it out there, and becoming known for something. So that is what I have for you today. If you have any questions at all, please reach out, put it in the comments, share your question, your comments with me. I'd love to hear it, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks.